here! Well, hello, friend! Welcome to Real Talk with Anna Real. I think that sounds so cheesy. But hello! Happy New Year, guys. I wanted to talk to you today about choosing a one word or phrase focus. It's a tradition that I've been doing for 5 years now. I've talked about it 4 times on my blog, but I've actually been doing it for 5 years. I wasn't the one to start this. I don't even remember who I first heard it from, but I know a lot of different people do it, and some people do it differently, but I personally like to choose my focus based on, I'll take some time to reflect on my previous year, and if there's something that I know that, that I've learned that I want to work on more in the next year, or if I know that there's something coming up in my new year that I want to have something to hold on to remember to help me get through that in the next year. That's often how I choose mine. Now, I want to make sure to note that when I say choosing a one word phrase or focus, I'm not saying to make some kind of super vague conceptual goal, because I totally believe in SMART goals. And if you don't know what that is, it stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. So, for example, it's instead of making a goal that's like, I'm going to lose weight this year, it's doing something more specific, like I'm going to lose 30 pounds by this specific date. And then, I would suggest breaking that up by each month and then figuring out your next steps for every single week and making sure you have some kind of game plan so that you're eliminating obstacles in your way. And figuring out what steps you're going to do to move towards your goal. Because, like that quote says, if you fail to plan, that's right. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So making it specific and giving it a deadline and figuring out your steps to work towards it is all super important. So when I say that I make a one word or phrase focus, it's not that I'm making just one super vague, immeasurable goal. What I mean is that it's kind of like an umbrella that all of your other goals can fall under. They don't have to, there can be goals outside of it, but there's going to be other goals that go with it. It's like if your life is a storybook, then each year is a chapter of that book. And so your focus for that year is like the overarching theme for that chapter of your life. So far, my focuses have been trust. And then in my second year, I was inspired by watching that remake of Cinderella. And there was the quote, "Have courage and be kind." And I knew that year I was going to be needing a lot of courage. And so I set that for my focus for that year. And then in my third year, it was Chase the Lion, which that might not make sense to you. So, by the way, if you want to know what each of those phrases meant to me, I'll put some links to my blog post down below for you if you want to check that out. And then last year, my phrase focus was trust, hustle, rest. And then this year, drumroll, ooh, that was a bad idea with Coco, is experience. And I just got a bracelet engraved with that word on it so that every single day I'll wear this bracelet and I'll remember my focus. I usually do something like that to help me remember. Like last year, past 2 years, I had some art done that I have one that was like right where I can see it from my bed when I wake up in the morning, and then I have one that's in my living room. I usually do something like that just to help me stay focused on it and remember it. So this word means two big different things to me. One is that I want to remember to experience life to the fullest this year. I just feel like my 2018 went by so quickly. Like, I don't know. Like I think it was like the fastest year of my life. And I mean, part of it had to do with I was also dealing with health issues this year, and so my brain was extra foggy and my memory was bad, and so I'm sure I was out of it for most of this year. But I still want to make sure I'm doing things to really experience 2019 and make time go by more slowly. And I thought of this when I was remembering a video that I'd watched a couple years ago by Michelle Poler. She has a brand called Hello Fears, and I'll make sure to link that for you guys. But in the video, she talks about how, our brains are very efficient, and so when it stores memories, it puts them into boxes. And when you have very similar memories, it will often put it in one box. So, for example, you might brush your teeth every single day, but like how often can you remember like a very specific instant of brushing your teeth? Like you remember brushing your teeth, but like you don't remember every single instance that you've brushed your teeth. Or maybe even, if you have the same routine every day, like you get up, you take a shower, you eat your breakfast, you go to work, you have the same kinds of meetings every day, you have the same tasks every day, you come home, you watch TV, you go to bed. And you might find yourself wondering at the end of the month, like, what did I even do this month? Because your brain kind of just stores that as one memory. So it feels like time goes by much more quickly. But on the other hand, if you mix up your routine, like it could even be something as simple as changing up what you eat for breakfast or taking a different route to work, or something much bigger to have different new experiences, then your brain will put those as different box and put it into your memories in different boxes, and so it gives you this feeling like time is going by more slowly because you have a lot more memories to show for it. So this year I want to experience life and I want to mix things up and try new things. And this also kind of means for me to be more present in every moment. It means less distractions, less mindless scrolling on social media and, bouncing from one thing to the next, but being more intentional and being more mindful, taking in every moment, every experience. Which, by the way, while I'm thinking of it, make sure to comment below if you have any ideas for me for some new things to try this year. It could be something simple, like maybe you did something fun this year and you think that I might enjoy it too, or if you want to challenge me to do something a little bit more difficult and scary, then feel free to give those ideas below. The second meaning behind my focus word experience is to gain experience. So I'm in my third year of blogging, and I mean, I just launched this YouTube channel, and I have something else coming new this year. And like I talked about in my video last time about the paralyzing power of perfectionism and comparing yourself to others, um, it's something that I've grown in a lot, but every so often that thought creeps back in, and I'm like hearing those voices in my head that say, wow, that person is like so much farther ahead than I am. Like, I should be doing better at this. And like having silly thoughts of like expecting myself to be as good as a YouTuber who's been at it for months or years, when it's like, this is like literally my third video, so why, like, that's just silly. And so it reminds me to take those thoughts captive and remember to give myself grace with the full knowledge that this is a beginning phase. This is a season of gaining experience. And like I talked about in that last video, anytime you start something new, it takes time to improve. It takes effort. So because of this focus that I have for 2019, I'm going to be posting some experience videos where you'll get to, I'm not going to be doing it for every single one, but I'm going to post some videos of some of the new things that I'm trying. And, I'm not sure how I'm going to do the whole like showing the gain experience thing, because I feel like that would be boring. Unless if like you're interested in seeing, maybe some behind the scenes of me being a blogger and a YouTuber and all these other things that I'm working towards, and, maybe sharing some lessons of what I'm learning through that effort and that practice, and um, let me know below if that's something you'd be interested in. But also, once again, make sure to give me some ideas and suggestions of what kind of experiences you think I should have this year and what you would like to watch. And if you've chosen a one word or phrase focus for your year, or even if you've just set some different specific goals, I'd love to hear about it. So feel free to comment down below with that as well so we can chat about that. I wish you the very best as you work towards your goals this year. Remember that success and growth take time. So be patient, keep working hard, and until next time, keep it real.